Hello, welcome to the channel. And if you are new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share. Right. So this is going to be a quick recap of the technicals after the FOMC meeting minutes. So it will be really quick. So this will be mostly focused on the dollar and the USD base space. So let's have a look at the dollar. So this is the range where the dollar is trading in. So this is on the H4 time frame. The dollar is currently trading in between this range here. So we didn't really have a lot of movement in the dollar after the release, which means that we are still bullish here after this liquidity grab here on yesterday. We had this liquidity grab here, which means this is still bullish here. So it's important to keep an eye on this level here. Let me change this color here. Right. So it's important to keep an eye on this level here. If price stays above this level here, we are looking at a potential push for Dixie to continue to the top of the range here. So we are still treating the dollar as strong because we didn't have a significant change in the price action. Okay. But then if price breaks below this level, then we'll be looking at something of these shorts. So now thinking of a short possibility, and in that case we could come all the way to this level here, but let's not be ahead of ourselves. Let's keep an eye on this. So the dollar is still strong until we see any significant change. So tomorrow CPI is going to be the decider of what happens to the dollar. So this is a current consolidation level. We have an intermediate high here. That price has not tested, and we are stuck in between this level here. So this looks like a potential level for a reversal, but we are still bullish, so we are treating it as such. Another thing to keep an eye on is the JPY basket. So for the JPY basket, we are currently trading in between this high and this low here. Today was a bearish day for the JPY basket. Price dropped to this level here. So we'll be keeping an eye on this level for a potential rebounds, bounce from here. If we break here, then we'll be looking for long-term bearish, but just by the way, let's focus on the USDs for now. So USDJPY is not something you should be looking at when you are trying to look at the strength and weakness of the dollar. I might do a lesson later, but if you've been through any of my lessons, you would understand why USDJPY should not be used to decide the strength and weakness of the dollar. So let's have a look at gold. So gold had this push to the upside to create this high here. And this was the impact of the Fomc. We had this push here. But you see this push here did not break this. So it means we are still maintaining the bearish structure. So this is what we have. A push down and a push up. Right. So this is the structure that we have. So if we look at here, so these yellow lines I have here are volume profiles. So this is telling us where the highest volume of the market is within each session. So it comes with all sorts of like complexity, but I've simplified it to give me just the POCs of the volume profile. So this is what I'll be looking at. There is high volume within this area here. Very high volume here, high volume here, and then high volume here. So with gold, I'll only be looking to sell good, even as the structure is still bearish. I'll only be looking to sell good below this level here. So if you get something like this, then I'll look to short gold all the way down. So I'll be keeping an eye for CPI tomorrow. If going into the Asian session, we're able to make the way break and pull back here, then I'll be looking to go short on gold here. But for now, I'll just keep an eye and observe, because we also have a very important liquidity level and a high volume level sitting here, which means in case the dollar becomes weak, this is a potential level for price test before we push to the downside. So I'm not doing anything crazy on the dollar, on gold now. But if you are looking for a risky entry, you could sell this. You could sell this, have your stop here, but that means you should be looking to go for the long ride. GBPUSD, very similar structure to that of gold. So we have that push to the downside, a pullback, and then we have FOMC. So the GBP GDP was released this before this landing session, and price made a push, continue with FOMC, but still we've not broken this level here. So it means we are still bearish here, right? But here, same thing here. I'll only be looking to short when price breaks below the volume, high volume level here. So I'll be looking at shorting this if we get in a close below 1.1329 level here. So in a close below this level, I'll be looking to go short. In that case, if that happens, my target would be the next POC here, which would be roughly about 220 pips. So that is what I'll be keeping an eye on. GBPUSD. Again, just like we saw on gold, we have this point of interest here. So in case this high is taken out, our next point of reference would be here to grab liquidity at this level here, 1.13273. EURUSD, I've already started selling EURUSD, because if you look at gold and GU, you see this was a big pullback here, but look at EURUSD. Price is still below the POC here, right? Price could not break the POC. So this is the POC, and price is still below the POC. So I've already started selling. Yeah, I mean, good profit here. Yeah. So I've already started selling EURUSD right now. I'm hoping for a good bearish close, and that would give us a very nice push to this liquidity level here. If that happens, then that means GU and gold will also follow suit if we're able to get a bearish close on this. AUDUSD, I bought AUDUSD for the news. I bought it. So on the 1 hour time frame, we had price sitting on the POC here, and you see price at line up on the POC here, and it's also a major psychological level. So this NU was rather sitting on the major psychological level. So this was the level 0.5600. Right. So I took this, but the spread was high, so I got taken out of this, and I made something small on this to cover for. So it was more or less like a break-even trade for the trade I took for the FOMC, because I just had to cover the loss I took on NU due to the high spreads. But if my stop loss was about 12 pips on NU and the spread was huge, so if I had like a slightly bigger stop loss, I would have been good and caught this. How many pips is there? and just about 25 pips. All right. So here, similar to what we saw on the other USD pair, we see prices sitting. This structure is very similar to what we saw on GU, right? We have this push here, right? Now let me change the color of this. Push here, right? And we've not broken this level here, so it makes a lot of sense to expect something like this. So again, I'll be looking to short below this POC here, and also happens to be the psychological level 0.5600. So if price closes bearish here, I'll be looking to short to the next psychological level 0.5500. Right, and here we can have a very nice trend line going from here to here to here, right? You see all those nice touches here. 1, 2, break, and a retest. So this here, break below here, would be a good shot to the downside. So all things being equal, we want the dollar to continue pushing up for all these moves. So I'm still very bullish on the dollar. So if you USDCAD, we have price sitting on 1.37 here. Price is sitting on 1.37 here. And we have this sort of big resistance here. All right, if you look at the price action, you see that we are still showing bullishness here, even though we are at a major resistance level. We only led to break this. So how will I treat this? I'll wait for the break of this POC here. So something on this. If we get a break, I'll wait for a pullback to test the psychological level 1.38, and I'll look to go long, take profit 1 here, and take profit 2 here. So I'm bullish here. I expect all this is going to make sense when we get a push up on Dixie. So it's important to keep an eye on Dixie. Keep an eye on Dixie above 112939. So that is my sort of technical breakdown and the way I see the market after the FOMC. Nothing really has changed. So we'll be keeping an eye on CPI for tomorrow. And yeah, currently I'm still looking at bearish gold, bearish GU, bearish EU, bearish AU, bearish NU, and then bullish USDCAD. In that case, I also be expecting USDCHF to push up as well. So we have price rejecting the POC and the liquidity here. So this looks clean here. Nice break of trend line and retest. So we are very bullish here. So it looks like all things being equal, the dollar is still looking good to push up a little bit. So keep an eye. That would be good for all the other pairs that we discussed. This is just by the way, but keeping an eye on GBPJPY. So GBPJPY broke the high. So this is a similar structure to what we had on GBPUSD. This high has not been broken. GBPJPY has broken the level, but currently sitting at this resistance level. So we have right, and then more or less like a double top here. So depending on how price reacts here, I'll be looking to sell here, but I'll sell below this POC here, which is below 162. Yeah, below here, then I'll be looking to sell. So I'll keep an eye on how price reacts to this level. Yeah, if you're looking for a risky entry, if you're looking for a risky entry here, you could sell here. I'm not telling you to sell, but if you're looking to sell, that means you have to set about 100 pips, and then in that case, you'll be looking to target like this level, and then all the way down here. But I wouldn't sell. I'll only sell below this level here, right? All right, so this is what I see. What I see with the dollar after the FOMC, and still be keeping an eye. EURUSD is still looking good here. Still looking good here. If price breaks below, closes below this level in the next hour, that could be a very nice drop to the downside here. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.